Good morning, traders and investors around the world, and welcome to Thursday's edition of premarketinfo.com, where we prepare you for the most important hour of the day, the first hour. We have Chris sitting in for Dennis again today. Dennis is still a little bit under the weather. Chris, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good, Joel. Back in the passenger seat. Hopefully today is another good one.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the S&Ps. Matched yesterday's low at 1201.25 during the Globex session, getting down to 1201. If that stands as the low of the day, we have an upside target right near Monday's high at 1232.50. Currently, the Globex high stands at 1216.25. If that stands as the high of the day, we have a downside target of 1184.75. Right now, need to hold that 1208.50 level down to the close at 1206.50 to keep the momentum going north. Moving on to the Big Ten. ExxonMobil made a run at Tuesday's high, was only able to get up to 79.24. Came back and sold to 78.43. We're still sitting way above that, well, not way above, $1.75 above that triple bottom at the $77 level. So we're pretty much getting floated around there between 77 and 79.24.
Yeah, I agree. I think the moving average is around 79.30, and that 80 area looks like stiff resistance.
Okay. All right, Apple, one of your favorite stocks, took it on the chin after missing earnings for the first time ever in the history of Apple. I'm not sure about that. But Wednesday's low, 397.80. Just got to keep an eye on that. That's been the post-earnings low. Unfortunately for you folks out there that are long Apple, if we do take out that 397.80 area, I'd be looking for the 7-day low at 391.5. Coming back on the upside, we have a nice gap to fill between 408.42 and 415.94.
Yeah, I look at it, and it's kind of in the middle of that range where it got down to 360 and up to 420. It's not really at a sell level. It's not really at a buy level. It's kind of just sitting there. It's in kind of no man's land. I would, if the market moves, it'll obviously move with it, though.
Do we have an options expiration? Is this the third Friday? Maybe carve out some option players at this $400 level?
Yeah, absolutely. The options will come into play. Tomorrow will be an expiration.
Okay. All right. Moving on to IBM. Kind of quiet day yesterday after the big hit on Tuesday. Got a couple lows here. 176.25 was Tuesday's low, and Wednesday's low was slightly above that. Kind of the same thing with the highs. They were about 50 cents apart, too. So still digesting the earnings in this stock. That 180, 179.81 up to that 180 should be a good resistance. And need to hold that 176. Currently trading at 178 right in the middle.
Yeah, the 176, if it ever got down to 175, that would be a great area to enter into IBM.
Okay. Chevron Corporation made a run at Tuesday's high, falling 7 cents short, fell back, settled at 102.24. I have this 101.71. That's Wednesday's low. That's minor support just from the fact that it's Wednesday's low. But if we take that out, I think you're in for a pretty good drop here, probably back down to the figure, or maybe even to Tuesday's low at 97.97.
Yeah, I'm liking the 100 area on this, Joel. 200-day moving average is creeping up to that 100 level, and since it busted through the 100, that could be a good area for maybe entering a buy.
Okay. All right, GE, just like Chevron Corporation, did make a run at Tuesday's high, falling 8 cents short, 16.87 high, 95 was a high on Tuesday. Getting close to that 17 level. I'm sure there's something in the book there for us. Coming back on the downside, got the minor support at 16.41, which was Wednesday's low. But don't look for a real breakdown of this stock until we take out the 16.20 area.
Yeah, just want to give traders a heads up that GE will be having earnings tomorrow. The 16 could be a good support on that again, but if we have good earnings, don't be surprised to see maybe an 18 handle over the next week in this GE stock.
Oh, okay. We got someone bullish GE here. All right. The old Microsoft quadruple top formation here. We got it. We got it from 2740 to 2750. They say there's no such thing as a quadruple top, but here it is for you folks. If this stock can bust through 2750, I think that 2771 high will be insignificant. We can easily test the $28 level. Since we're trading up, I would use the support at the close, 2713 down to Wednesday's low at 2701. You think Microsoft has a momentum to take out that 2750 today?
Maybe not during the day, but after the close when it reports earnings, it's been doing a little wedge formation here, and it just busted through there a few days ago, so it could have some room to the upside.
Okay. AT&T, reading the news stories on this, their profit falls 71%, but that was because they took a large gain last year and slight revenue dip. They're hitting the stock right now. It's penetrated that triple bottom area that we were looking at, that 28.63 to 77. So let's use this 28.60 as a swing number. If it can get back above there, might go up and try and test the close. Coming back on the downside, if we're just going to go straight down from here, you have the 8-day low at 28.31, but the big support would be at the 10-day low at 27.90.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joel.
Okay. Go ahead.
It had earnings today, trading down 2% right now, down at 28.50. Kind of looks like it would be minor support there. It's about where the range where it broke out to the upside when all these range-bound stocks took upwards.
Okay, J&J, after consolidating in a tight range for a couple days here, unable to test that 500,000 shares that was being offered at $65, finally broke down through that real good support, the double bottom at the 63.40 to 60 area. Sold off, got as low as 62.16, recovered on the day to settle at 62.64. You really have air back on the upside, back up to that old support at 63.50, and the major support now looms at the 12-day low at 60.83.
Yeah, if it ever got down to that 12-day low, that would just be a terrific buying opportunity.
Okay. Procter & Gamble still just hanging out around 65. Didn't quite sell off like the other defensive stock like J&J did. Settled at 64.75, currently unched in the market. It just seems like every time this stock, it's been making new highs, but incrementally. Wednesday's high at 65.32. Wasn't as high as Tuesday's high. It's just someone out there letting stock go. There was a big seller that got taken out at 65. Dennis mentioned there was more stock at 65.5. So stock seems to be running out of gas, but certainly is having a hard time selling off. Major support here. Monday and Tuesday's low at 64.08, 64.10, and also the 5-day low at 63.97. So let's just call the range in this stock, 64 to 65.5 for a few more days.
Yeah, looks great at the 64. Kind of busting out of a little breakout here off the 64. May have some room to the upside.
Okay, Pfizer, just like Microsoft, looking at a quadruple top here, 1905 to 1914, keeps knocking its head against that level, but unable to bust through. If it does, we're looking at the highs from the end of July, 1946, and also your August 1st high at 1949. Coming on the downside, just hanging above this 1850 level, Tuesday's low at 1855. So until we take out that, stock looks poised to take out that quadruple top.
Yeah, I think Pfizer is on the cusp of being one of these defensive stocks breaking out of their range to the upside.
Okay, S&P's here still challenging that 1216 and a quarter level. Really don't have a significant number there for you folks. but that's just the way it is sometimes. Let's use that Globex high as a good parameter for our trading. Just in reference to that, yesterday the market really held up below the Globex low, 14.25 for a long time. But finally, when it did take that out late in the afternoon, we got a nice sell-off. So we're going to take a quick break here, get our market movers together, get a word in from our sponsor, and we'll be back with the second portion of our show.